Welcome back, everyone. Up here in the race shop to start off this video, a 2-day race weekend. We're racing tonight, Stafford Speedway in the SK Modified, 40 laps. Then tomorrow night, Saturday, with the Open Modified down at the New London Waterford Speedbowl. We got a lot of racing in store this weekend. You know what the deal is. Let's jump right to it. Let's get this SK down to the pit area and let's start our first race day. Good start to the day so far. Something seems to be flushed down this toilet. The pits are opening now, and I have to take this toilet apart. I'm gonna have to pop it off the flange, flip it over, and see what is jammed down the toilet. So you guys are gonna join me along the ride to see what it is that got flushed down. I realized the bowl cleaner that was clipped to the edge of the bowl is no longer here, so maybe someone flushed that down? I don't know. I tried using a snake, but it wasn't getting the job done, so we're taking the whole bowl apart. I just put my nice clothes on too. 40 minutes later, and all the incorrect tools. I got it. Yeah. It was the bowl cleaner. Not ideal. Ugh. Not how I wanted to start my day. Not ideal. Oh, it smells so bad. I think I got all of it. All right, time to put it back together now. And I'm just touching people's poop. Nice. I love this. This is so much fun. Well, only a half-hour delay there. More like 45 minutes. Working on getting that out of the toilet. Then I just had to go mop up the entire bathroom, because when I flipped that toilet over, well, you guys saw, yeah, it went everywhere. I had to clean up the bath. Yeah, it just wasn't clean. So I had to, I went and grabbed the mop bucket, grabbed the cleaner solution, and cleaned up the floor, and now everything is back to square one. The gates were already open, of course, so people were walking in and out. That's all right. We got the toilet fixed, got the floor cleaned, and now we can head down to the pit area and start day one of racing here at Stafford Speedway with the SK mod. Let's get to it. Up the heat races about an hour or so ago. Tonight's just been a very rough night. The car was not good in the practice rounds. It was a night and day difference from last week, and we didn't change much. So kind of scratching our heads on that, made some adjustments for the heat race. And right off the bat, from the first division of heat races, there was wrecking, there was drama. Just been a hectic night. I don't know if it's a full moon. I don't think it is. No, it's not a full moon. It's just been a lot of wrecking in the heat races. So I think, this is my theory, I'm also one of those that kind of wrecked in the heat race. It was some tight racing in my heat. It was side by side with the 23, and we were tight off the corner, and I don't know, I don't think I came up at all. I kind of held my lane. I think he just came off the wall, just like not even maybe 6 inches, a half foot, and we were just so close that it hooked my right rear nerf just enough to then bounce back up and send him up into the wall. I didn't mean to do it. I thought it was just a racing incident. I ended up saving it and going to the infield, didn't wreck. Unfortunately, his car is wrecked, so not too happy with that. Kind of disappointed. Wish it didn't end like that. I know he's upset about it, and he has every right to be. But I don't think I pinched him or put him in the fence. Didn't mean to if I did. But back to my theory. Here's my theory. This time of year, our heat races roll out when the sun is setting. Midsummer, early spring, the sun is not setting yet. So the sun's not in our eyes. It doesn't feel like, when our heat race is on track and the sun's setting, I think some people think this is the feature race. This is my time to shine. I have to get every last inch. Like, people lose track of that it's a heat race. It's not the feature event. Everyone makes the feature. And I honestly think it's because our heats are rolling out when the sun's setting, almost into darkness. And yeah, that's my theory. But enough of me talking. Our feature is, we have 2 more features to go here. Late models are on track, limited's up next. Then the SK feature will be starting 15th. We didn't qualify in the heat, unfortunately, so we'll be starting 15th today. Got our work cut out for us. The car was better in the heat race, but we still have a lot of work to do. let's go ahead, head on out to the feature, see what we can get done. In the heat race, so it wasn't the best, but we made adjustments to the car and we got better. We drove up through the field, we were passing cars, which was really good. The car was just way too tight on entry, and usually the adjustment for that is rear brake, put rear brake to it. We have an adjuster, but whenever I would do that, it would cause the rear to lock up and almost be too free. So I leaned more on the front brake side, on the cautious side, to keep the nose down and keep it tight, and that kind of hurt me throughout the 40-lap race. For those of you that don't know oval racing quite as much, and you hear me talk about tight and loose, let me try to explain it for you, right? When we say it's tight and we have a lot of wheel into the car, imagine, for those of you that live up in the Northeast or up north, driving in snow with a front wheel drive car, right? If you're just gonna drive in the snow and you just turn the wheel tight, the nose just pushes. It's not turning, it's not rotating. So imagine that, it's just, you turn the wheel and the front of the car just keeps going straight. It's not following where you're turning. Now, in the loose instance, I don't know, is that the same thing for sand? If you drive in sand, if it's front wheel drive, it just pushes, or does it just stop? For the Floridians, I don't know. You guys figure that out yourself. But now for loose, imagine rear wheel drive now. You just slam on the throttle and the rear end kind of slips out, right? Especially when you're turning to the left, the rear end goes back the other way. So that is a quick rundown of tight and loose. And all day Friday, we were fighting this tight race car throughout the entire race. It lasted the entire race, which was good. It didn't go away, it didn't go to very loose. It just ended up being tight entry, tight through the center, loose on exit because I had so much wheel into it. We ended up finishing 9th. I got beat on the last lap. I was in 8th place for a while, and the 3-car Talman ran me down and got me on the white flag lap. Stinks we didn't get 8th, happy with the top 10. Really wish the car performed better, but we're happy with the top 10 finish. Saturday morning now, just finished cleaning up the track after Friday night's race. It's around 9:40, gotta head up to the race shop. We swapped the car, swapped all the parts over last night to get the tour car loaded up in the trailer. Gonna head up there and make our way down to the New London Waterford Speedbowl for tonight's Monaco Modified Tri-Track Series race. Leaving one track after we worked this morning, cleaned up, and heading over to another one to go for our second race today, hoping for another top 10. We ended up 9th last night in the SK, which was a good finish for what we had. So maybe we could get another top 10 and end up with 2 top 10 finishes for this 2-day race weekend. Let's head up to the race shop and head down the road to New London, Connecticut. We made it down to Waterford Speedbowl, just pulled the trailer in, parked it in the pit area. We're not allowed to unload just yet. Got distracted, looking at the pipe sticking out of the wall that seemed to always be the water problem here. Looking pretty dry today. But just pulled in to the pit area, getting ready for the Belltown Motors Fowler's Auto Wrecking 100. Excited about getting out on track here at Waterford. I haven't been here in probably a year now. Last time was the October race, so a little less than a year. Just out on track, checking it out. I was told they sprayed, it's really windy, so I'm not sure how the audio is going to be. Was told they put some spray down on the bottom of the track, so I was coming out here to check it out. Wow. Some of these cracks those are kind of getting crazy. A lot of patches here. But yeah, was told or heard rumors that they sprayed the bottom of the track to get more grip for double file racing, side-by-side racing. So just out here checking it out. Not much has changed here down at the bowl. They're definitely upkeeping the place very well. A lot of paint on the walls, like to see it. I haven't painted the walls of the track in a couple weeks, and it's starting to show. Got a restart zone here. Who's this? Russ Holly machine. But yeah, we're over here in turns 3 and 4. I don't see. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the spray now. You kind of see it, entry of 1 here on the bottom. It kind of looks like they stopped here. So they sprayed the bottom of the track to try to get more grip into it. Yeah, not much. They sprayed it a couple days ago, so I'm not sure if it's actually still going to be gripped up. So their whole goal was to get more action on the bottom of the track. We'll see what happens. This has normally been a top dominant racetrack recently, the past couple years. Years ago, it was more down bottom, side-by-side racing. It since has changed. So that's what their goal was spraying the bottom here. And right now, I don't feel it. Usually when you walk on it, you can feel the stickiness. But there's nothing here right now. So we'll see once rubber gets on it, it gets hot out, if that comes back. But excited for this race. Waterford's a quick little track here, down by the shoreline. Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting day for sure. 100 laps, practices in a couple hours. I started out here in the SK Light division. Actually, prior to that, I started in the mini stock division here a long time ago, raced a couple races there, then moved on to the SK Lights before I went to Stafford in the SK Lights. So I have raced here quite a bit. Oh, it's stickier over here in turns 1 and 2. But we have raced here quite a bit. Been here probably 5 or 6 times now with the open car. Really enjoy it here. 12 degrees of banking, not much braking. Can't get to the throttle for too long on the straightaways. You more bring it out to the wall and instantly turn back in. No real straightaway here. So looking forward to get on track and head back to the pit area. We're allowed to unload now. Start our day in the pits, get the tires ready, get out to practice here shortly. How's it going? Got the car unloaded, tires are set. Ready to roll out for practice here around 3 o'clock. It's 1:40 right now. Very windy here today. They have the weekly drivers meeting going on down at the backstretch. Quick update, my stats were incorrect. Or they were somewhat correct. Yes, Waterford opened up in 1951 as a crushed stone racetrack, but it only was that for 3 weeks. It then was shut down for 2 weeks for paving and opened back up as a paved oval. That's quite the story there. those different surfaces in just those 5 weeks of time. For those of you wondering, Waterford races every Saturday night. They also race Wacky Wednesdays, which is pretty cool. It's a entry-level divisions, X-Car, Super X, Legends, Bandos. They have quite a few divisions here that race weekly, from the SK mod, just like we do up at Stafford, late models, legend cars, street stocks. What else they got? X cars, Super X. They race Crown Vics weekly. They have a lot of divisions rotating throughout the year, so it's quite the schedule they have. Head on over to their website, you can check it out. They're racing for a couple more, I think maybe a couple more months. They end in October just like we do. They also do some thrill shows and much more. That is a quick update on Waterford Speedbowl. It is a perfect day for racing, right in the mid 70s, little gusty winds due north. I have no idea what I'm talking about, guys. This location's awesome. Waterford is located right down the shore of Connecticut. We're about 10 minutes or so from the shoreline, which is pretty cool to be that close to this populated area. It's a completely different vibe here at Waterford compared to up in the woods in Connecticut, compared to up in the woods in Stafford. So with that, oh, check that Crown Vic out. Man, mine would not stand a chance. But yeah, the Crown Vic race, I'm interested to see how it goes. I don't think mine would be able to stand a chance here. But we'll head out. Practice is going to start up here shortly. It starts at 3 o'clock. We have a couple more things to do, maybe fire up the engine, warm it up a little bit, and we'll head out to the track. Before we jump into the race, let's go over the day so far. Waterford was it was quite a long day. We got to the track right around 11 o'clock and ended up pulling out of the facility at 11 p.m. So it was a full 12-hour day down there. But to start off with, practice, I thought it was going well. Felt like we were decent, but we just didn't have the speed. We were off, I say we didn't have speed, we were only off by a couple tenths, 2 tenths, 3 tenths. The whole field from 1st to 28th, 29th was within 3 tenths during practice. Hoping when we go out for the tire scuff here that we will have more speed that comes out of the car. And that did happen. During the tire scuff, which is 3 laps to put down a time to then set the heat race, I got a little faster, but everyone else got a lot faster. I gained a tenth, which is pretty good for me. Usually I slow down. I'm getting better at this tire scuff, but the rest of the group, the rest of the field ended up gaining 2 or 3 tenths. I went around asking some people if they were going to run the bottom for tire scuff to put down a time on the top. Everyone was saying the top. Everyone lied to me. You know, all the fast guys ran the bottom. This track grip, I don't know if throughout the day it changed so much, but for the first couple laps it'll fire off, especially on new sticker tires. That's why people ran the bottom for the tire scuff, or even the middle of the track. I was right up against the white line and on corner, cut the exit to gain speed down the straightaways and shorten it up. So we ended up timing in at 26, I think it was, when we gained speed, right where we were at during practice, which is kind of disappointing. We thought we'd be a little faster. Now let's jump to the Belltown Motors Fowler's Auto Wrecking 100, where we will be starting 28th in the field.
1 0.
caution here right off the bat on lap 1, kind of how the day was going, right? This is going to be a caution-filled race, we felt. But then after this, it went to a long 40-lap run where a lot of people were fighting ill-handling race cars, especially us. We ended up being very free on entry through the center to exit, which is what you do not want in a tour-type modified that early in a race. But when the caution did come out, not only did we pit, but I believe the majority of the field came into the pits to put on their right rear change tire. Including this video here to show you guys what the live pit stop area looked like here. You take a hard right off the track, hoping that the guy behind you doesn't think you're broken and comes flying across the side of you. And, well, take a look here. Luckily, my pit stall, because we were so bad, was one of the first ones off the track. But it is so dark. It's not the camera color, it's not the lighting of the camera. This is how dark it was in that pit area. Couldn't even see my pit crew, not to mention any other pit crew. When we got our change tire on, I was stuck because we were parked side by side with other people pitting and there was just nowhere to go. Then get in line to get back out on the track, where you drop into the track here, take a left turn, drop in, and you're back out on the racing surface. Rear tire on, the car got better. We went on about a 20-lap run, I think it was, and I could already sense it was getting to that free again. So this is when we came in, made an adjustment to the car of swapping the left side tires, which is one of the things you could do. You could swap tires on the car or put on your one change tire, and that's what we did. We swapped our lefts, and it definitely helped, but turned it into this tight through the center to exit where it just wasn't turning. I had so much wheel into this. I was on the bottom of the track trying to de-wedge the car to help it rotate, and it was doing nothing. I would have to smash the throttle to try to get it to turn and then point to the right way and make a long straightaway out of it, and it just wasn't going well. It ended up being the stagger closed right up to just around 2¼ inches, which is a 16th or so. And one of the rules with the Monaco modified series is a choose cone on the restart, just like the Cup series. And on the last restart, I just chose the wrong lane. I miscounted or misheard the count. And I went bottom when I should have gone top, and I lost where I should have gone top. I lost 3 spots, restarted 19th, and we're in a battle here with the 88 or 89. I'm not sure what number he was. But we were in a battle here at the end where we ended up finishing 18th. We beat him right at the line when I rolled around him on the top side. We ended up 18th, which, I mean, disappointed in how the car was handling all day. I thought we'd be better. I don't know. We just got to do our homework with that tour car. It's just not going well. The car is very hit or miss. Overall, we finished in one piece, finished the race. Both cars are in one piece. Packed it up in the trailer, drove back up here to Stafford, and we rolled them both back into the garage, and we get to work on them again instead of rebuilding them. So that is a plus. Overall, not an awful weekend. Both cars finished every lap and in one piece, which I'm happy about. Thank you to all my sponsors: Monaco Ford, Pabst Blue Ribbon, Next Gen Parts Place, Casagrande Builders, all of my crew that's been coming to the races, and everyone that's been a part of my race team this year. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow down, and see you guys at the races.